welcome to my May wrap-up. These are all the books I read in the month of May. I read 5 books, if I can count correctly. Choked on myself. First in the month of May, I read Love Redesigned. This book kicked off my reading slump. I don't think I finished this until the 2nd or 3rd week in May, and this was the first book that I finished in May. So it's safe to say, unpopular opinion, but this was not my favourite book. I don't know what it was about it, I just did not connect to the 2 main characters at all, and I just felt no chemistry between them. Like, they gave me more of a brother-sister relationship rather than, you know, a romantic relationship, so it wasn't my favourite Lauren Asher. To be honest, I don't actually even know if Lauren Asher's for me, because I read The Fine Print by Lauren Asher and I only gave that 3 stars, which for a romance really means it's not the best book for me. This one I think I gave 2.5 stars. I'm just waiting for my Goodreads to load on my iPad because it's not wanting to load at the minute. But I think I gave this either a 2 or 2.5. It's such a shame because so many people loved this book, so it's obviously not a bad book. But I'm definitely going to read the second one. I think the next one's called Love Unwritten. First book in the Lakefront Billionaires series, and actually the characters from The Fine Print do make a small cameo in this book as well, which was really nice to see. I was actually really excited about that. I was really excited to see where this one was going to go, but yeah, it fell flat for me. I did like Dahlia, the main FMC, but like I said, I felt no chemistry between the 2 characters. I can't even remember Julian. I can never remember what the characters are called. Basically, this is about Dahlia, who is a home renovator. She has moved out of their small town, Lake Wisteria, I think it's called, and Julian still lives there. He's become a billionaire. Dahlia moves back home to Lake Wisteria because her and her fiance have ended on not good terms at all. So she comes back and Julian and Dahlia end up renovating a house together and things go from there. I really wish I liked this. I just didn't very much, and I think it was a bit too long for me as well, but I am definitely going to read the next book in the series and hopefully I like that one more. Then I went back into the off-campus series and I read The Goal. This is the 3rd book in the series. I think this is the 4th book. So this is the problem I had. I thought this was the 3rd book in the series. I thought it went The Deal, The Mistake, The Goal, The Score, The Legacy, but it doesn't. And I didn't realise that until I was like 60% through this book. It goes The Deal, The Mistake, The Score, The Goal, The Legacy. So this is the 4th book in the series, but I read it 3rd. I was really confused about the couple in The Score. I was really confused about their relationship when I was reading this book, until obviously I realised I was not meant to be reading this book next. But they are interconnected standalones, I believe, so it's not the end of the world. I just really wish I did read them in order. But oh my goodness, I loved this book so much. I ended up giving it a 4.25 stars. Tucker is my most favourite off-campus guy so far. He's just the sweetest sweetheart. It's his southern drawl. Like, he is a southern darling, and if you haven't read the off-campus series, please do. It is just fantastic. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, it's not the best literature, it's not the best writing, but let me tell you, it's entertaining as hell. If you want an entertaining, quick-paced, college-set romance book series, The Deal is where it's at. I think I gave The Deal 4.75. I gave The Mistake 4.5, and then this one 4.25. But that's not to say the books are getting worse as time goes on. I think that just means my book taste is changing as time goes on, because I read The Deal 2 years ago and then I read The Mistake last year. So I am kind of on track to read a book a year. But I'm going to read The Score soon, because I actually do want to finish the series, then that I can get into the Briar U series, which is about Dean's sister. Dean's sister, yeah, Dean De Laurentiis. It's about his sister, I think. Really, really liked this book. Can't wait to read the next book in the series, which was the book before in the series, but I'm going to read it anyway, and I can't wait. Next, in the month of May, I read Get Even by Jade Church. This is the 2nd book I've read by this author. I was actually reading this book for a video, which I thought should have been that video, but actually it shouldn't. It was a reading the next book in a series video. I thought I'd already read one of the books in this series. Turns out I haven't, and it was a completely different book just by the same author. So there's no need for that book to be in that video. I've explained that in the video, so when that's up, it won't be up yet. You'll see this book is in there and you might be confused as to why, but it is. This is the first book in the Sun City series. It was really, really good, really enjoyable, really entertaining. It's a college set romance, my absolute fave. I did give this 4 stars. Like I said, it was just enjoyable. Jade's writing is really good and they're short books, which I love. She's an indie author. The premise of this book really, really intrigued me as well. So basically it's about a girl called Jamie Silver, and she finds out that her boyfriend has been cheating on her with her best friend. So in return, she decides to sleep with her ex-boyfriend's best friend and brother, and then send him a picture of them all in bed. Boss, to be honest. Boss. Her college professor really doesn't like her. She's taking history, and her college professor doesn't like that she's female, taking an academic degree, I suppose. So he's basically out to get her. He's put her on probation, and the co-captain of, I think, the football team goes up to Jamie and is like, hey, why don't we just fake date in order to help you get your degree on track. Also, he's actually a nemesis of her ex, so he's getting out of it that he can basically get one up on Jade's ex, and Jade can then be seen with the co-captain of the football team, like he's the top of the school. So then hopefully her professor gives her some credit, I suppose. Really good, really enjoyable. If you haven't read this, please do. It's on Kindle Unlimited. So the covers, absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to read the next book in this series. The final 2 books I read this month, I finally started The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I gave this 4.75 stars. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And this series I've just been absolutely smashing out. I read this in 2 sittings, 2 days. Could not put it down. It's about a girl called Cassie. She's 17 years old and she's basically a natural profiler. Everyone describes this as Criminal Minds for teens, and to be honest, they're right. I've watched Criminal Minds. I absolutely love Criminal Minds. So she's a natural profiler. She goes into this house and goes to this program within the FBI. It's like a secret program where these teens, there's 5 of them, try and help uncover cold cases. There's not really anything else I can say about this book and this series. I absolutely love it so much, and that brings me on to the fact that I went straight into Killer Instinct, and that does not happen, let me add. I never go straight into the next book in a series after I've finished the first one. I don't know why. I think for me, if I'm reading a book in a series and then I go on to the next one, it makes me feel like I'm just reading a really long book about, you know, say if I read these 2 back to back, usually it would feel like I'm just reading like a 500-page book instead of 2 separate books. Does that make sense? But I just could not get away from this series. I just looked at my bookshelves, I looked at all my books, and this was the only one that it was literally shouting my name. It was shouting my name. So I had no choice, unfortunately. I read this one in 3 days. Again, it's from the point of view of Cassie, and she's just trying to uncover another cold case with her fellow teammates. Really good. And actually I'm really sad now because I don't have the next book in the series, so I need to order it, which I am gonna, actually I think I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna order the next book in the series so that I can read the next book in the series, because I want to finish this series like tomorrow. So I might order them and then I can just sit, because I'm going out tonight, so I might just sit and binge the rest of this series tomorrow. Sounds like a perfect Sunday beach plan. These were all the books I read in the month of May. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.